welcome to another episode of the 00Lounge podcast, episode 16. I'm here with Aaron Angelo, and I'm your other host, Malik Banks. It's been a busy last couple of weeks. A lot of stuff going on. We got a lot to catch up on. What's everybody playing as of current? I know what I'm playing.
Halo fucking 5 Guardians.
Yes,
awesome. Halo
5. I was at the launch event. That was okay. But how you liking the game so far, Aaron?
Man, I freaking love it. It gets to the point, finally. It's not gimmicky. You know, like, the game is super balanced, and it's just a ton of fun to play.
Right. Taking a step back to Halo 4, you weren't a big fan of Halo 4 and how everything went down.
Yeah.
With 343's first effort. How has it changed since then, and what do you think is the most improved features of Halo 5?
They're overall going back to the core of Halo. Like, it's feeling more like 2, but it's also a revamped experience of Halo in general. So, you know, like, I appreciate what they're trying to do with, you know, modern shooters and trying to make it accessible and easy for everyone to play. And still trying to keep it, you know, strategic and balanced for the original players who want to develop a, you know, a learning curve for skill. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm appreciating the most. You know, they're trying. They still got room for improvement with little things like, you know, Bungie just delivers Halo. That's what they do. But, you know, like, so far the game is just, it's good to me. It's real solid. I have very few complaints. You know, like when they're in regards to as it's the multiplayer aspect. They do need more modes. You know, MLG playlist, hardcore stuff should have definitely been out from the jump. I'm not a fan of the no vetoing system. Like, what if I don't want to play Capture the Flag? I don't like that the choices are taken away from the players. But I also understand why. Because you make all these map types and people only vote for one. So, you know, it's an understandable, you know, reason to do it. But if you're gonna take away options, make modes where your options are taken away. Like, don't take away modes. You understand? Like,
yeah, and I guess they're supposed to be releasing some more modes as time goes on. But we'll get to that. Angelo, what are you currently playing at this point? And then we'll get back to Halo.
The new Tales game.
Tell us what that's about.
A Tales game is an RPG. I mean, I'm not really that far in the game yet, so I can't really like give you an in-depth review on it. I mean, to me, it's good. Battle system's good. They're all different in their own way.
I mean, but you know, every story has a beginning, a middle, and end. Like, what's the gist of what you like? The purpose of the story? Like, what are you supposed to be doing?
You're basically this dude called the Seraph, or whatever, right? The Seraphim are like these. I don't know if they're spirits or whatever, but people can't see them. Mm-hmm. But the human guy who's the main character, he could see them. And they raised him. He grew up with them in this village. And then he never had human contact. And then one day, you know, he goes out and he meets this girl inside of her ruins. And he brings her home and he looks crazy because she can't see any of his family. So that's where his story starts to unfold. And then, you know, he becomes the hero. Obviously, like every other RPG out there. One man saves the world.
Yeah, what's the conflict in the world? Like, you know?
There's these things called Hellions.
Okay.
It's like the Seraphim.
Okay.
They turn into them like when they have like evil intent, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
And humans can turn into them. Everybody can turn into Hellions.
So what do?
They're like the monsters of the game. Like, you know how every RPG they have monsters, but they never explain the monsters?
Yeah.
Well, in this game, they're actually explaining. They're called Hellions.
Okay.
So there's a reason why there's monsters in the world now.
Okay.
And a lot of even people can't even see them either. The only ones that people can see is when they turn into full-fledged dragons. Like, I guess they have like kind of like a system, right? And for the most part, as of what I know right now, the Seraphims are the only ones who can turn into dragons.
Okay.
And they're like the top of the line Hellions.
I got you. All right.
Like, that's like the last evolution.
Anything else you're playing, Bob?
No, Halo 5 all day, every day. Since I got it on Tuesday, I've been playing. I played all the way through the campaign. I finished it actually yesterday. I want to say I played the last mission. And, you know, just going to the gameplay aspect of it, like, I love the new mobility that the Spartans have. Ground pound, you know, the boost in different directions, the clambering where you get to climb up on different surfaces. I think it helps kind of flesh out like what a Spartan is and kind of take Halo's movement to the next level. Because I mean, even playing 4, you kind of felt like, you know, like there was no depth to any of the movement. It kind of limited you. Like there's also, you know, avenues for escape. Yeah. Like if you're running from people, you can kind of either climb or boost out of the way in mid jump. Yeah. Ground pound is also something that I have to get used to, especially in terms of multiplayer. Story wise, which, you know, it's been a source of contention between, you know, Halo fans and Halo fanatics all week. It was a little brisk. I would have wanted more story, and I definitely would have wanted more Chief. But all in all, like, you know, as a hard, like, again, I read all the books, I absorb all of the content pretty much that the Halo universe pushes out. And again, I wish it would have been a more Chief centric storyline. You know, whenever they diverge and go off of the main character, like, that's always going to be a source of controversy. But overall, I enjoyed the game.
Okay. Have you played it on Legendary yet? Because I started the Legendary.
I started the game on Legendary.
Oh God!
And it wasn't fun. Yeah. Then again, like I came straight from the launch. I got home like 1:30. Yes, I got home 1:30. I installed the game. The game did not finish installing until about 3 o'clock, and I had the physical disc. Yeah. So by then I was finished. Yeah. I started Legendary. I was getting destroyed. I said I'm going to start this thing over tomorrow morning on normal, and that's what I did. So eventually I go back and play Legendary, but I just didn't have the energy. I just wanted to enjoy the game at that point.
I started it with a crew, and we're a crew of experienced Halo players, and
that armor feels like paper. Like weapons are like chewing through you. Like it's not even funny. The first level, like you're just bombarded by so many projectiles and lights, and then, you know, the crawlers are charging you. Yeah, it's especially and it's probably worse for you because you guys are playing. You know, we're playing with a squad, and AI, you know, difficulty increases as you play with more people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it increased, and, you know, but there's certain scenes in the game where it's just overall like almost damn near impossible. We have to really get inventive on just how to survive more than to kill. So we got up to about the 3rd level. The second or third level, you play as a Chief, and you're with the Chief squad, and pretty much you're like trying to deactivate some ship and go find Cortana. And Jesus Christ, you get into this room, and there's waves and waves of
Is that where
hunters.
You're about to take off?
Yeah, you know the hunters.
Yeah, that's like
the 4 hunters.
Yeah, the final room when you're about to take off in the saber.
Well, everything in there one-shots you.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, that room's no joke. That room was no joke on normal.
Yeah. Everything in there one-shot you. So the point where it took us about 2 hours, we came up with a little trick. We all went down to the bottom of the map. We realized that the monsters don't necessarily chase you down there as aggressively as they fight up on top. And we literally took enemies out one by one at a time until it was finally over. And the invis freaking elites are just too much. They need to be team shotted to death. Like, there's no one person soloing them, no matter what weapon you have.
Yeah, they blend in. It's like camouflage blend is so good in
this game. Like, and it's still seeable, but it's still like you have to really be focusing to see it. You know, it was just like the campaign is just on Legendary is just ridiculous, and I don't really see anyone beating the campaign with 4 people like that with all the skulls turned on. And the team that does it, please post it. I want to see every.
Yeah, that's gotta be oppressive.
Yeah. Like if you guys do, you guys are freaking legit. Y'all need money from Bungie for that. Like,
you know, first person does it. Congratulations, but not me, B. Yeah, I can't do it.
Like, it's hard.
Like, my soul is worth much more to me than that, son.
I felt like I was playing Bloodborne.
Yeah.
It's that hard. It's that hard.
Yeah. That's why I still haven't finished Bloodborne. But, you know, I guess I gotta wait. You know, story wise, wait for Halo 6 because, you know, story's complete for me.
I kind of like the new ranking system.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so pretty much you get divisions like how you had in Reach.
Mm-hmm. And it's in the arena? This
silver,
is an arena?
Yeah, gold. It's in any ranked match.
Okay.
Platinum, Onyx, and Champion. Okay, your first 10 games, they give you a division based on your stats and your skills, and then you level up within like the playlist, and you get requisition points, and you can use it to get hundreds of literally armors, chest pieces, poses, visor colors. So it really gives you a reason to want to, play and download these packs to kind of see, like how you can change your Spartan around. And it's also cool because you don't ever get into a match and really bump into someone and they look the same as you, like, which is a cool thing. It's kind of like gives you a unique look to everything. I also like in the campaign the loadouts for each Spartan had their own abilities and or like kind of weapon style that they use. That was really cool. Like, so I mean the game is solid. Like, I didn't want to throw this in the garbage like Halo 4. Like, Halo 4 was cool for all of a week, and it was like this game is terrible. But I'm enjoying it. There's a learning curve on especially your accuracy when it comes in the game. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is something that they made very niche, so you get what I'm saying? You have to practice, you have to get used to the controls, you have to get a feel of the game. Like, this is not something you're going to pick up no matter how many Halos you played and just dominate day one, unless you're just really that good. Like, like I'm still learning. I haven't been able to completely abuse everyone else like I used to. Like, but... And it's very team orientated.
I'll get my picture down from the wall of shame someday.
It's very team orientated. You're never gonna get off that wall of shame. like never. You see me play today. Never.
Fuck you, son.
We could do a handicap. I'll use only the pistol. Use the BR. Like, and we'll stream it. Like, stream it.
Whatever. All right. So that was Halo 5 in a nutshell. Enjoyed the game. Can't wait to play more. I'm going to be playing some more multiplayer. Oh, Warzone. Warzone has to be like the best addition.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
to the Halo ecosystem at this point. So Warzone is basically red versus blue teams. Each has a base. There's 3 control points in the middle of the map. In addition to having to control all of these points, there are enemy AI that you can kill for additional points that goes towards you winning the match. All very, very difficulty. Some of them in vehicles, but it adds a different aspect to the game as opposed to just run into the spot, hold down the spot, and try to keep the enemy from holding it down. It adds another dynamic, so where you're not stationary and you don't necessarily have if one team is dominating like one control point, you could say, all right, well, I don't need to fight you. I'll go fight these Prometheans that just spawned on the beach. Get a couple extra points to try to push my lead. And in addition to that, with the rec packs, you can call in either weapon power ups, vehicles, armor power ups, stuff like that to add to help you win points to end the game. But I have fun the first couple times I played. Excuse me. New mode is awesome. I like it.
Yeah, definitely good. Like I said, I just want to see them do certain things that just the hardcore players want. Like, I'm tired of games bending kind of over backwards now for casual players who are going to casually play it for 2 weeks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I get it. You get your sales, but you don't. Games are better when you have hardcore players who's going to keep it a lasting longevity to the game.
Yeah.
Instead of it burning out like how they used to. I think that's something that has to stop with game development.
Yeah, and I guess this goes back to single player too, because single player is how you keep casuals coming back for the next game.
Yeah.
But the hardcore keep the multiplayer alive.
Yeah.
So maybe in the beginning.
And this is how you can consistently keep revenue coming. Hardcore players are going to spend hardcore money on new maps and new features, but casual players aren't going to do that.
Yeah, supposedly, they're going to add more maps, but we're not going to pay for any of it.
Hope to God.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rec Pack so far is the only sign of any kind of downloadable or microtransactions.
Yeah, and anyone who's doing that is just retarded. I'm not paying Bungie $24.99 for a rep pack that's gonna potentially give me a whole bunch of shit for Warzone and one helmet. Like I'm not.
To me, I don't like the rec packs. Like if it was like something I didn't have to pay attention to, that's fine. Warzone, they're important because, you know, if you don't have rec packs to make your loadouts more powerful, or, you know, to bring in that clutch vehicle, that clutch tank, to help you, you know, win the game, you know, it's kind of whack that you got to pay for, even though they're not that expensive. But
still kind of.
I don't want to have to give you money to like play the game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, weapons used to be scattered around the map for me to pick up. Now I kind of feel like now you have to go to these requisition stations just to get weapons. Like that's, I mean, you can earn them in the, you know, by playing the game, but at the same token, it's like, why should I have to do that? Like that shit's dumb.
Yeah,
it just seems like you're just gouging me. Like I'm basically paying for weapons at this point.
Agreed.
You know, but anyway, Halo 5, I recommend it. If you're a Halo fan, especially, please go play it. See you on multiplayer. And I'm getting my ass out of the wall of shame, stuff like that.
Yeah,
This is the year.
Okay.
2015. I called it.
Yeah, all right, guys.
What? December 31st.
This is the day he woke up. Delusional. Talking about he gonna beat me.
All right. So, let's talk about Playcraft NYC, and then we'll talk about Paris Games Week. Playcraft NYC was an event. Well, Playcraft NYC's Fall Expo 2015. We went to Microsoft's headquarters.
Woo!
Saw a bunch of, you know, local New York devs, you know, demo their stuff. A lot of cool shit there. A lot of cool games. One of the games that we saw in my phone.
The good art style beat 'em up.
I think that was Justice
Fighters or something weird like that.
He
He has a name. Yeah, it was really cool. I got to sit down and play a lot of them.
Yeah, I think you played majority of them.
Yeah, I was spanking people's games there too. Like
A lot of them was beat 'em up games. Then they had that one first person shooter with the Knights.
Yeah. What was the game called? It was all bring a gun to a
first
knife
game
fight.
we played was the Square Boy Bullies, which is that first game we played by the door. Was that beat 'em up?
Yeah,
It was a beat 'em up title.
Yeah. It was definitely, beat 'em up. Was 2D. The character model kind of looked like Super Meat Boy.
It was like Double Dragon kind of.
Yeah, but it was like Double Dragon, and you had like Street Fighter inputs, and you got to like do like a little attacks, and if you got jumped, you was able to do like a Shoryuken. And
it was by this dev called, I guess his name is Rohan Narang.
Yes,
dude made Square Boy Bullies. It seemed like a pretty cool game.
It had a lot of potential.
It felt like a throwback to River City Ransom.
Yeah. You know, it had potential that I think, like, you know, he could do a lot more. But, you know, there's all the stuff there was pretty much in beta. You know, like they're just testing out concepts. Yeah, alpha. You know, like, you know, but I've seen a lot of potential with some of the games. Got to try it.
Justice Royale was the other one you were playing. That's the beat 'em up where they had the full motion video clips of the guys on the streets of NYC. You know, somebody bumps into them, they pull two boxing gloves out of their bag and commence to beating the shit out of people on the street. And that was by a studio called Zapling Studios. I guess there's 3 guys out of New York that are, you know, grinding it out until they push it out on iOS.
And yeah, this is definitely, and I promise, definitely gonna be worth playing on your cell phone.
Yeah, you can do DDTs on people.
Yeah, it was just cool.
You can do it on the bosses.
The art style was absolutely astonishing. Like, for a 2D side scroller, it was just like a really gritty looking, cell shaded kind of Street Fighter just art style, and they really put in a lot of energy and effort to make it feel the most alive that they could with the art style they were using. Definitely very interesting. It was very pretty. It looked very nice. It was really fun to play.
Mm-hmm. It seemed pretty technical too.
Yeah, the leveling concept was really good. Like, it was very technical. You know, like, it was a lot of fun. Like, and the controls actually felt pretty decent for it being a touchscreen kind of game. Like, you know, so I just, you know, put it out there. Like, I'm
definitely commend them. I want to see them make the game. So this is kind of like a shout out to you guys. Like, yo, we were impressed. That was like one of the most impressive.
Zaplink Studios. We like your game. Again, reach out to us and let us know when the game comes out. We'll keep an eye out for it, and we'll definitely scoop that up on iOS and Android. When it comes out. Another game that we played when we were there was Mama Hawk by the Computer Lunch dudes. They were the guys by when you were on the Oculus Rift.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the name of that game that you were playing with the Oculus Rift, but Mama Hawk, which I think is out on the store, was basically like a
that was the one with the bird, right?
It was the one with your Mama Hawk, and you have to feed deer and wildlife to your children, so they can grow up and graduate and get bigger and leave the nest, and you get points and all that. But to me, like, I thought the concept was hilarious because it's drawn in this very cool, cutesy way.
But it's very bloody and aggressive.
It's very morbid. Yeah. Like as you're dragging these deer off to their death, and they just have like this helpless look on their faces. But I thought it was a cool concept. A fun game to play. On your way to work. I could definitely see my son liking this game, even though I probably won't let him play it because he'll get nightmares or something like that. But I don't know. It was a dope game.
It should have been called Angry Birds.
I mean,
literally.
But you can pick up like 5 deer. Like this bird has the strength.
Drop them in your bird's
mouth. The strength of a god.
All right, so I wasn't a believer in this Oculus thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell us about this thing.
But I don't remember the game and what it was called.
But it was by the guys who were. It was by the Computer Lunch guys.
Yeah, and it was pretty much like a Minecraft Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah. And what you had to do was they start you on an objective and you had to swing and capture this balloon. Pretty much you have the headset on and it was so immersive, like to the point where you really had to, it really made you feel like you had to look up, down, left and right using your natural senses while looking at this game, knowing you're looking at a game, but it's just so capturing. Like it had really good peripheral, and I think that's what nails Oculus. Like when you're in it, you feel like you're in it. Like, you get what I'm saying? It can look like the worst game on earth,
but it doesn't matter because
you do feel like you're there. So with that being said, like, I am so looking forward to see.
So this is your first
experience with
a VR headset?
Yeah, with a VR headset on, and I was impressed. Like it didn't give me any kind of motion sickness that I thought I would had. Like I didn't feel any potential cataracts or anything coming on. I'm just being honest. It was just overall cool, and the game was really cool. Like if you wanted to swing from one point to another, you just had to hold a button and just look at the item you was getting it, and it came with a lot of timing and a lot of like tapping. But overall, like, it was a fun experience to play. I think the worst part of it wasn't about the Oculus, it was more of their game. Physics was a little thrown off. Like, it was non-consistent when it came to the amount of speed you trajected at and things like that. Was really, really odd. But it was a really cool game. It was a really cool concept. And if that was like the most primitive game that they're going to have for the Oculus, it's definitely going to be a very interesting experience. Like, something that I think everybody who maybe, if it's not just Oculus, maybe Morpheus or maybe Valve, should definitely try to do. Like, we've been gaming the same way for so long. Like, the way we watch movies has been the same for so long. And I just feel like if this catches on, which it really should, because, it's time for something new, then, like, people would have way more immersive, better experiences when they go to movies and play video games.
Yeah, and I guess that's the hope. I've tried Oculus in the cinematic aspect. I mean, I would have tried it at the event, but like, it was so hot in there, my head was sweating, and I didn't want to put on.
Crowded.
I didn't want to put the headset on, but I have had a chance to try it in other venues, and I'm telling you, man, this again, for the last 3 or 4 podcasts, we've been talking about VR because it's like almost here. Like in the next couple of months, it'll be here. And you know, it's the fucking future. This is next gen. Like, it's definitely going to be what makes next gen feel like next gen.
Yeah.
No matter what platform you're playing on. Moving on to, I think it was, you know, my top pick of the game, top pick of the Fall Expo. Definitely Modern Nights by the guys at UGF Studios. I mean,
let's talk about them for a second.
Yeah.
These were like the coolest, quirkiest, just animated nerdy guys you can possibly meet in the world. And they was very, very passionate about their game. I think they were the most livest when we went there, when they came in discussion of talking about their game.
They're from Brooklyn.
Very energetic, very friendly. Like, you know, like they explained their game very well. Like, overall, it was just a good experience with them. Like, you know, if they were trying to sell me something there, they definitely would have my money. Like, you know, compared to the majority of the people who were, you know, had booths there, like, they were very friendly. And the game just was very interesting. And I will let Shabaka continue on a little longer.
I mean, the basic concept of the game is, you know, how it was posed to me by the guys at UGF Studio was that if you ever wanted to bring a gun to a sword fight, I mean, I was sold right there. I was like, yes, sign me up. I want to play that game. Where can I play it? And they were like, right here. So basically, you're a guy existing in modern times, and I don't know where you're pulling these weapons out from. But all of a sudden, the streets are being attacked by these knights
from medieval times.
And you know, it kind of throws you for a loop because, like, you're thinking, like, all right, I have the gun, and these knights are coming at me. No brainer, I'll just spray them down. But there's a difficulty to it, and Aaron, you can speak to that more than anybody because, again, you were playing majority of the games there. But start with the start menu screen.
Okay, so pretty much at the start menu screen, you have an N4 assault rifle in your hand. You're in an alleyway, crouched behind a garbage can, and there's a knight looking around for people. And he turns around, and to start the map, you literally have to shoot him in the back, like, which is funny. But
I mean, I caught you with it. You took the onlyest start menu ass shot,
yeah,
that I've ever seen.
So
ever in a video game.
As you get into the realm, there's a bunch of knights you're just walking around, and they're highly intelligent. This had to have been some of the most adaptive AI I've played in my life, period, by 5 guys ever. If you try to kill them from a distance, they go along this sandbox kind of map, and all you have to do is make it from one end to the other. You do not have to kill all the knights. You just have to make it across the stage. And, you know, sounds simple enough. Like I said, you have a pistol, you have an AK, they die relatively fast. Headshots pretty much a one shot. You know, it's a point and click. And they don't allow that to get easy. Some of the enemies play dead. Some of them run away. Some of them try to flank you. And it just becomes a really gruesome experience. Like, once you shoot at one, 5 of them come at different angles and different ways of attacking you, so you can never kind of line up and shoot to kill. It was just really adaptive. No matter how much I tried to abuse the AI, they bested me or whatever. It felt relatively good, you know, for an alpha programming. The guns felt kind of cool. The pistols was definitely kind of cool. I would say the only thing that felt a little off was the movement of the game. Like, you know, it felt more like it's sliding around the floor than you were actually walking, which is fine. Like, you know, pre-alpha. Like, but the AI was just relatively cool. They charged you. They all did different things. Like, none of the AIs have done the same thing twice. And, you know, as I played it a few times and got bested. I got smarter and got further along the stage, but every time that I tried a different tactic, they adjusted to my tactic.
Yeah.
And it kind of came down to my reaction time versus the tactics of the actual AI, which was a cool thing. So, you know, it gave it a difficulty. It wasn't impossible, but, you know, it came along with a lot of skill. It was a lot of fun. The knights, definitely, the art style for them were kind of funny. You know, it was cool. They actually looked like really good knights. The backgrounds were real chintzy. You know, they weren't, you know, very pretty. I felt like the Knights were really out of setting and needed a lot more to kind of make them fit into the realm. But overall, the game was good and it has a lot of potential. And I just want to see it grow. I want to see what it becomes, later on for them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's one of the things like we spoke about when we were there with those guys is that concept has. I mean, the concept has potential.
Yeah.
It's again like comparing it to games like Saints Row, where at first it was like a also ran. A complete clone of Grand Theft Auto, and as soon as they branched off and did something a little bit more zany with the tools that they had developed for the first game, I mean, it became its own thing, and it actually became on par, if not to some people better than Grand Theft Auto because it took those risks. And it didn't limit itself to like taking itself too serious.
Not as the last one. Like, to me, I feel like they just are just giving anyone anything now. The game went from a Grand Theft Auto clone to like freaking Infamous. Like, I just can't get with that.
No, the last one again,
Get Out of Hell and all that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That was
now.
As a result of THQ folding and I think it's Deep Silver that picked them up and. Basically taking what was supposed to be DLC and trying to make it into a full-fledged game.
But I mean, for the overall last one, it was terrible to me. Like,
yeah, because it wasn't supposed to be a whole game. It was originally slated to be DLC. Yeah. But they so another studio came in, bought it, and
tried to milk it,
basically, and it basically ruined the franchise at this point. Because 3 was perfect.
Yeah, 3 was a great game, and then 4 was just outlandish. And I love the intro for 3. He's in the basketball playing, and he just does a Hadouken. I thought that was freaking hilarious. Like,
game was ridiculous.
Yeah, but they went so far off. Like, they just really went so off rails. Like,
yeah. So Jay Sung and the guys at UGF Studios, thanks for. Showing us your game and taking the time, and we'll definitely keep an eye out for this project and any other project. Modern Knights, best of show at PlaycraftingNYC. It's Fall Expo, and we'll see you guys at the next one. So now we're gonna move ahead to Paris Games Week, which happened this week. The press conference happened on the same day Halo 5 launched, so I didn't catch it, but Angelo did. So, Angelo, tell us what happened at the Paris Games Week.
Well, they started the event with, like, Call of Duty and Battlefield. And at first I was like, ugh. Like,
isn't it on Battlefield?
No, I'm sorry, not Battlefield.
Battlefront. Star Wars?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, this might be like, a multi-platform event. When I first started watching it. But then, like, everything they started showing was exclusive after exclusive after exclusive. Granted, not all of them is, everybody's type of game. But I think they had something for everybody at that event. Literally. Okay. Like, something for everybody. There was, like, they had the action games, adventure games, RPGs. They had...
drivers, shooters.
They had, Drive Club... They had announced Drive Club bikes and actually released it that same day, which was weird.
So there's a motorcycle version of...
Well, it's an add-on or a standalone. And then they, like... Again, they had, like I said, they had signs for everything. But me, the big thing that stood out, like I said, because what we're all hoping for is VR, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And they showed this one thing where people was walking on a tripwire over, like, a city. You know how, like, people do those stunts?
Yeah.
And, you set up a wire, let's say, between the Twin Towers, and someone walks across
the I think I saw that. It was, like, a demo of, what's that new movie that just came out?
Yeah, the Man on the Wire?
Yeah. Now, but... like, it was in the VR and people was walking across this wire and they look scared shit. Like, you see them like this and they're all wobbly, like if they're really walking on a wire. And I was just like, wow, like, that's how VR should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that actually stood out to me. I want games like that, Make, like Aaron said, make you feel like you're in the game.
Yeah, it was like an amazing experience. Like, I'm just thinking of all the possibilities. Like,
and then...
Can you imagine Skyrim like that?
And then I think, is it Ubisoft? No, Crytek. Crytek had this other demo where they showed it's like a dinosaur world, right? Mm-hmm. And you get teleported to this world. I don't know if you get teleported, but you just wake up in this world, and there's this little robot dude that talks to you, right? Kind of like the little robot from like Destiny, right? He talks to you, and then like there's these giant brachiosauruses, and they're just walking around, and like raptors and stuff, and you like move through them. and like you don't really get a gist of how it looks because you've seen it on a screen.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that shit would scare the shit out of people, son, in VR.
That's another thing about that, like the horror potentials.
That's what I'm saying. Like, VR has some real potential when it comes to like scary shit.
PT and
VR. I'd lose my mind.
That was supposed to be Silent Hill, right? Now, if they would have made that VR, I think
that couldn't be even played.
Everybody would have been sold on it. Like I heard, you heard about the kitchen demo, right?
Yeah.
I heard the kitchen demo was like the scariest shit ever.
Kitchen demo.
Yeah, they got to sell PlayStation VR with a new pack of underwear because a lot of people
who like everything we watch, everything we read up on, everybody boasts about the kitchen demo. That's what you hear the most. Kitchen demo. Like that shit's the scariest shit ever. So I'm just waiting for something like that.
Yeah, it would have to be like.
Now, the next game that really stood out was this game right here that we're watching right now on IGN app.
Wild.
It's a completely open world, seamless game, and like you go on missions and stuff, like a normal action game or whatever. But you can tackle every mission differently. Like I don't know how they're gonna set up like your character, how he develops. But he can like take over animals and stuff, like the hawk, the bear, snakes, and like you could just do so much. It doesn't look like a AAA title. I don't really know much about it because, like I said, you watching what I'm watching right now.
Yeah,
this is what they showed, and this is a bad stream because it looked better than this.
Yeah, this looks like
at the event.
It's like an old Windows game.
I mean, like, I also like what's happening now with gaming. Like, people are starting to take some risks.
No, that's the thing. At this event, at the Paris Games Week, they had, like I said, they had something for everybody. It wasn't just your shooters, your racers, and your action games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they had something literally for everybody. They even had a music game. But, I mean, not my cup of tea.
The market has been changing so much. Like, games like Minecraft would have never blown up.
They had a game that looked
10 years ago. You get what I'm saying?
So Minecraft, which also stood out, is called Boundless.
Yeah, like just little things, like little odd games. You get what I'm saying? Are just getting out of proportion.
But those odd games help fill that hole between AAA titles, which is good because you can't get a steady stream of AAA titles because one, they cost too much, two, the development time. So you got to have that middle ground somewhere. Because if you don't, you'd be playing 1 or 2 games a year and then calling it a day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you need games like this. You need the little game,
As in DLC, what did they show at the event?
They showed the Bloodborne DLC.
Okay. 400. That looks really good.
It does.
Yeah, like I've always been highly impressed by Bloodborne. Like I just think the art style and just the overall delivery of the game was absolutely flawless. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just how I feel. It looks amazing. It feels good. It's hard. It just sticks to the script very well. I'm looking forward to see what's going on with that. I mean, as in Paris Game Week, like I didn't really see any surprises other than
no, there were surprises.
Name.
Like I said, almost everything they showed was exclusive.
Like name
but you're saying exclusive. You're not naming
Boundless.
Be specific.
Boundless has been shown already.
No, it wasn't.
Boundless.
It was revealed at that event. All the games.
That's me. I'm getting it confused with Scale Down. Gotcha.
No, yeah, that's Xbox. That's not even PlayStation.
Okay.
Nair 2. They didn't show it on stage, but they showed it after the event.
That looked really pretty. It really did.
They should have showed that game on stage. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah, it looked amazing. It looked like DMC's Flash Nair, and it was just overall like a gorgeous game. Like,
and then that was Platinum Games, if I believe.
Yeah, Platinum.
Now this other game called Detroit.
Okay.
Got announced.
Detroit. Explain that.
It's about nobody knows much about it. They didn't show no gameplay. They don't show the CG screen. But it's about like an android girl or a bunch of androids in like a futuristic Detroit. But I guess the main story revolves around this one female character.
Okay.
And then they showed. What else did they show? This is like a week ago. My memory's kind of lapsing right now, but like that Minecraft clone, kind of clone, I guess, was Boundless. They showed Wild, which they finally showed gameplay because WoW was like in development for a long time.
Okay.
Detroit. They showed a couple other games. I can't really name them all right now because I don't have a list sitting in front of me.
I'm gonna be honest. The Uncharted multiplayer, I don't see the hype. I think that is living up to nostalgia right now. It looks like Uncharted 2.
But again, Uncharted is not meant for the multiplayer. It's like that's just something added on.
But it's seriously played. Like it is, believe it or not. You know. As in terms of Xbox One, what was their special releases on their own other than Tomb Raider that they've been pimping? I'm so sick of seeing it.
I don't think they were at Paris Games Week.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So.
Paris, that event was pure Sony.
Okay. Sony has had like 8 events.
Sony skipped Gamescom this year for Paris Games Week because Paris Game Week is normally small. It's normally just a roundup of everything that was already shown. So Sony skipped because E3 came a week late this year, and I think Gamescom came a week early. So it was so close together that they decided to just skip Gamescom and go straight to Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
But Sony's got another event coming up in another 4 weeks.
And that is called?
PlayStation Experience.
Jeez. They're trying to really world dominate right now.
No, I think PlayStation Experience is more a second E3. So basically, Sony will have an E3 every 6 months. They have one in June and then one in January. I mean December. One in June, one in December. Probably from now on. I'm guessing.
Yeah, if the trend holds true.
Yeah, if the trend holds true, it's gonna be from now on. It's gonna be like that. That's what it's gonna be.
Okay.
I mean, with that, E3 is more like as industry people. PlayStation Experiences, any fan can come. So if you're a fan and you can fly there, you can buy tickets, stay in a hotel for 2 days, and participate in the event. So I mean, it's different in that respect. But they definitely have let out some bangers at PlayStation Experience. So I'm hoping VR.
Can't lie, Gravity Rush was a little cool.
They showed this at Paris Games Week too.
And this is not a Vita game anymore?
I don't know if this one's coming for Vita, but I know this one's PS4.
Way too pretty to be for Vita. That's for sure.
This game definitely does look pretty, and I think it's open world.
Yeah, I mean a lot.
They really didn't talk much about it
for the most part.
So, and you get 3 different styles in this one, and you get like a sidekick.
I don't know. I've never played Gravity Rush, so I don't know what the franchise is.
It's kind of like Infamous, I guess, but just with like different movement.
Not at all. Can't
you control gravity basically?
Yeah. It's more of a platformer with like you have control over the gravity, how you move. But that's definitely not a Vita game. Definitely not a Vita game. You look way too amazing. Let's see.
I don't know. Like go ahead,
Sorry, They also revealed No Man's Sky release date.
Release window.
Well, June 2016. That's the official release. It doesn't matter what the day is.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It depends on whether I'm going to have money in my pocket to get it.
It's probably going to be before E3 though. So
it could probably be on E3.
It could probably be on E3. They might even get on stage and be like, "All right, go home and download it today."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's actually good though, because now you actually got a release window. So
yeah, but I mean, none of that matters to me until I know what PlayStation VR is doing.
I have a feeling they're gonna announce it as a launch title.
Of all the games that you saw at Paris Games Week, which one was like the banger? Like which one was the one to watch?
In terms of the event.
Because I'm telling you, I looked at all the news and I didn't see anything that was either new that I identified to be like exciting, or something that I saw previously and saw something new about it that got me interested in it.
There's a couple games that look good, but we don't know much about any of these games that just got announced. It does, and that's so it's kind of like I don't get hyped for the most part about games that I don't know anything about.
Right, but there's definitely something that'll caught your eye. Like, oh, I gotta.
Well, Nair did, but Nair wasn't actually on stage. Nair, they showed gameplay footage after. You know what I'm saying? And it looks really good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. They didn't call it Nier. They called it Automata.
No, it's called Nier 2 Automata or something like that.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. Like,
Right. So I guess the verdict for me is I'm waiting till PlayStation Experience to see some dope shit.
But the VR things really caught my eye. Like I said, they had a lot of stuff for the VR. So hopefully PlayStation Experience has a lot more.
I'm super sold if they No Man's Sky Morpheus bundle.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna bundle that because I'm not even
I'll
sure.
buy it too.
As of right now, No Man's Sky.
Deal?
As of right now, No Man's Sky is an indie title, but the way that game is being marketed and the way that game is being shown and stuff, they might just charge it as a AAA title. So that shit might come out as fucking like $49.99. The way it's looking. So for it to be packaged with PlayStation VR, I don't see that happening.
I don't care. I'm gonna buy it regardless.
Yeah.
Especially since we don't even know the price of PlayStation VR. Hopefully that is announced at PlayStation Experience.
I don't care how much it costs. As long as it don't say $800.
Well, that's the problem. That's the issue. If it's anywhere between $349 and $400, that's a perfect price point.
Yeah.
Because it's technically a new platform. It's not, even if you need PlayStation 4 to power it, it's technically still a new platform. Like, that is going to change games.
Yeah.
You know?
They should have waited on for games like Until Dawn, and should have definitely been VR.
I mean, they're marketing it as a platform, but let's be serious. It's an add-on just like any other add-on.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But like I said, I just hope it's not too expensive.
But it's an add-on that I actually want to buy.
Yeah. It's cool, man. Has a lot of potential.
It does. But now it all comes down to developers. They claimed on stage that they have over 200 developers working on it, or working on games.
Yes.
So only time will tell. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be a cutoff because it's not one person doing it. There's a bunch of companies coming out with their own VR stuff. PlayStation, Oculus,
You know what they should
HTC, like there's too many.
What they should have never did, or they needed to, but it'd be the perfect time to bring it back. When the VR comes around, that hub world that PlayStation had.
Yeah, I said that. I was talking about. I said that last time.
Cool, like,
they shut it down a little too early, too premature. They shut it down.
Yeah, you know how cool that'd be. Just walking inside my little PlayStation game lobby.
I think I even mentioned that.
Can you imagine being in a party chat, but physically seeing stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just outrageous to me. Like, even if games didn't have like full on VR like support, like if I'm just sitting in idle in lobbies, just able to look around and join my friends, or like
it would be a perfect social experience.
Yeah, I would never go outside. What for?
But I guess when I read online and everybody's complaining about VR, I guess that's what a lot of people's complaints are. Like, it's going to take you out of the world. But isn't that the point?
There's one thing I want to
take you out of the world. I don't know those people. Those people sound like assholes.
That's what I'm saying. But that's my point. Like, that's what VR is all
It's
about.
putting you in a world.
Exactly. Like, it may take you out of your reality, but it's bringing you into a different reality.
There's one thing I want to bring up. Need for Speed looks freaking awesome.
Need for Speed?
I don't know, man.
I haven't paid attention to it.
No, like, do me a favor, give it a look right now. Like,
No, yo.
The amount of energy that they put into this
Need
to
for
make
Speed, when it comes to me and Need for Speed, I used to buy all of them.
Do you remember Underground?
Yes.
They went completely back to that.
If it's like Underground, then I probably want to give a look at it.
all the way back. And when I tell you the visuals and how they setting up, you know how they always try to do a photorealistic kind of graphic? The I don't know if the way that they did it, the filter and like the lore of this Need for Speed looks so dark, Fast and the Furious, that it just looks so appealing to play. Like it. And the actual game itself, the driving, the mechanics or whatever, looks very retro, Underground, Need for Speed. Like, I'm highly anticipating this. And I haven't bought one since Hot Pursuit friggin' 2 gens ago. Like, you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, see, that's the thing with Need for Speeds. Like I said, I used to buy it for like old PlayStation systems. I used to buy them all the time. But then, like, they just started falling off.
Yeah.
And now it's a wait and see, because you can get a Need for Speed title and then it get reviewed by all the reviews and get like a 5 out of 10.
But my only fear with that game is microtransactions, B.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, these games nowadays are being riddled with microtransactions, and especially some games that shouldn't even have them.
Yeah, but cars, like, you want to drive that
Exactly.
Veyron.
Or you want that Bugatti or something, and then it'd be like $30.
From what I've seen, they're not really pushing that so much here.
So this is Ubisoft.
No, this is EA.
Oh, EA, they're even worse.
Yeah,
they're
true.
Even worse.
They're the microtransaction DLC king.
Dude, they just announced their quarterly thing, and they made 2 times profits off of DLCs.
Yeah,
that's their thing. They make more money off DLC than they do games.
Go look at the gameplay.
It says something that people are buying it.
Yeah, it looks good. Like, look at it.
I'm looking at it now. It looks dope, but
you gotta really look at it. Like,
I'll wait and see.
I've seen other clips.
It don't matter what it look like. It's a wait and see, bro. Like for Need for Speeds is a wait and see because
I'm waiting to hear. All right, you win your car, you spend
$30. Exactly.
I'm like, nah,
or you want those rims? 800,000.
Or I have
Didn't Microsoft charge like $150?
Yeah,
and Forza
5.
Yeah,
it was like $227.
Yeah, they had to readjust the economy and actually had to give some people money back.
Hey, this is Boundless, Bob. Look, you watching now. You see how it looks like Minecraft? Look at the portals.
It look like Minecraft.
It does. Watch it.
I mean, there's like blocks.
No, it looks like Minecraft.
It don't look like the Minecraft B. Minecraft has a distinct 8-bit look. This shit.
It looked like a better version of Minecraft. Right? Forget 8-bit looks.
This looks really cool though.
That's what I'm saying. And you see how you walk through the portal?
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I think that 8-bit for Minecraft is ugly.
It is. Minecraft's an ugly freaking game. I'm sorry.
I don't like anything about the video.
Y'all bugging, okay?
What would you rather play?
This or Minecraft?
I've played Minecraft.
What would you rather?
Minecraft is fun.
You ducking.
This looks like a straight robbery of Minecraft.
Except it looks better.
And I like it.
Except it looks better.
Me.
Exactly.
Rob me.
It looks better.
Nah.
Look, and the world looks more lively. There's things there. Like, I wonder if you can bust it in the head with the hammer. But yeah, Boundless looks pretty cool, guys. We got a hate over here because he's a Microsoft fanboy, Minecraft riding jockey over here. But it's
you can't do stuff like this in Minecraft. Look at this.
What do you mean you can't? They haven't done anything.
That's the problem. They can't do anything. Or you can do. Zombies are coming. Look at the.
No, have you seen the stuff people have built in that game?
Don't you mean Picasso? Because that's what it looks like.
They built the entire Game of Thrones Westeros in that game, son. They built whole worlds in that game.
I've seen a lot of amazing stuff built.
Son,
like,
I have seen nothing amazing there. Like, it looks nice, the graphics are nice, but what is it? I don't know what it means. What does that mean? I don't know what it means. I didn't see shit. Again, what? I didn't see anything. Tell me what I saw.
2-minute video.
All I saw
show?
was nice graphics. All right, art design is good.
They didn't show them building.
And what?
The concept is dope. You go through portals to totally different worlds.
Again, like, every game is a portal. What are you saying? That's a load screen. Like, I don't know what that means.
But would you rather a load screen or would you rather be seamless?
I'd rather play Minecraft because Minecraft is Minecraft. I don't want to play a Minecraft also ran that's trying to piggyback on the Minecraft phenomena. I don't want to play that. And even if you're going to come out and you're going to do some shit like that, show me some shit that's impressive. I didn't see anything. I'm not convinced.
He's a hard one to please, guys. Like,
just biased, way too biased.
No, I'm not biased. But you're going to say, oh, this is better than Minecraft. How is it better than Minecraft?
Looks better.
Most games look better than Minecraft. But how is that shit still one of the highest selling games since it's been released on consoles? Like, come on. That's right, goddammit. That's right.
Meanwhile, he knows damn well he don't even play that shit.
Minecraft meat all day. Delicious.
This game too. Like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Are you crazy, son?
When I first saw it, I was kind of hyped.
This right now,
it's so single player and so
now it's like, all right,
that's new IP period.
I'm seeing it. What is it about? Like, can I go over there?
Yeah, the whole world's seamless. I go anywhere.
I gotta see it.
Son, this is single-handedly the best new IP of this gen.
I wouldn't go that far. I'll wait till No Man's Sky comes out.
Yo, your controller got disconnected.
That's fine.
It's probably dead.
That's fine too.
Son, put it like this: who don't like dinosaurs? Now, who don't like mechanical dinosaurs?
Fuck dinosaurs. I don't like dinosaurs.
Yo.
No, you like Picasso zombies in Minecraft, bro. That's what they look like.
That's
Picasso.
That's what zombies.
Can't even tell what they look like.
That's what zombies are supposed to look like.
Like Picasso.
They less scary that way. I don't watch Walking Dead.
or square pigs.
Pigs are square. How you think the bacon gets that
Walking Dead, son,
shape?
they pulled a Game of Thrones Red Wedding the other day. I was not with it. Like,
You watch the show?
Oh, they copied.
You watch
They
the show?
killed off everybody.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
They killed off everybody.
Nah, I haven't gotten into it yet.
I'm too
far gone.
Because Walking Dead fans are very serious about this.
Yeah, they'll clap you.
They'll fight you.
They will get famous for the wrong reason.
There's a lot of shows like that though. Like there's a hardcore Vikings fan.
Yeah,
You know that show Vikings.
But I mean, Walking Dead at this point in reality is the most watched show on television in history. Point blank. Period.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gotta.
Even Game of Thrones.
I think Game of Thrones.
No,
it
it's
has
not.
nothing on it.
Walking Dead is a bigger phenomenon.
Yeah,
like Game of Thrones is serious.
Yeah, but it's not.
But
no such thing.
Walking Dead is.
The Walking Dead fans don't play this shit. Like,
different.
With the shit or whatever. You gotta understand, like, it kind of wins by default. Not even if it was good, just off the fact that people like seeing zombies more. Like, and Walking Dead progressed very, very well. Like, it started off as a really slow show. And now it's
that first season was boring.
But I kind of respect it now because if it didn't start so slow, I wouldn't feel so emotionally tied with the characters.
And you got to think about the network when it started Walking Dead, where it was at that point in time. Like AMC is way bigger than it was after the first season. Now, it's way bigger now than it was after the first season. Like, that shit just kind of snowballed. Like, AMC is a big network now. Like,
yeah, you got to pay for it.
It's ridiculous. They could branch off into their own network
for one show. Like, for one show.
I still think there's better shows on like smaller networks.
Get past the first 5 episodes.
If I can't watch the first season because it's too boring,
that's not true.
The first season. Get past the first 4 episodes. The first 4 episodes, and I'm telling you, it goes on overdrive at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets really gritty, it gets really mature. You get what I'm saying? It just overall just grows on you.
Anything I gotta like sit down and watch and pay attention to, I have to do it before Game of Thrones comes out. Because once Game of Thrones comes out, I don't really give a shit. Like, I've been trying to restart Breaking Bad for like the last 2 years now, and
Breaking Bad was awesome. Like,
I don't have the time.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Breaking Bad either.
Yo, y'all bugging.
No, I am bugging. No, I know. I watched the first season of that.
It was great.
It's dope. It's a dope show.
It was great.
Game of Thrones came out,
and yeah, I can understand it. If I had to pick any day, like, between the two shows, but I'm saying, like, Angela, you're one of the people who have the time to watch these shows. Like, I think that you should really try it. Like,
you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yo, I tried. I couldn't get into it.
Trust me.
The same thing with Sons of Anarchy.
I don't like Sons of Anarchy. I'm just saying.
I like Peggy Bundy.
It really ain't no different than Breaking Bad, really.
I like Peggy Bundy.
Just saying.
I heard she's on that show.
Peggy Bundy?
Mm-hmm. Like, this shit looks so good, son. They didn't show this in the first demo.
They blow up everything.
No, she put up tripwires.
Yeah, I know, I saw it.
Son. Explosive trapwires.
Yo, Rudolph looks crazy.
Rudolph the red-nosed robot deer.
Yeah, we're looking at these robot deer. And they all have, like, red noses. But that's the thing, like, alright, we're in some kind of futuristic world, and all these animals merge with all our old technology.
Machines took over the world.
What's the point?
It's an action-adventure RPG. What do you mean?
What's the purpose of, like, why?
You'll find out when you play the freaking game.
I know,
just like every other game.
But I still have questions. Why does that thing exist? Like, I don't understand.
Machines took over the world. In Halo, why do Spartans exist?
I mean, they paint out very logical, like how Spartans came to be.
Yeah, but
I don't know
seen the game.
How does like that naturally occur? Like robots and like I don't know.
You never seen iRobot?
I've seen iRobot. We made robots. I know how that happens.
That's exactly what happened.
So we made robots.
Remember, this is the future. We made robots. Robots took over the world.
But how did they take over the world? How did it happen?
Find out when you play the game.
That's definitely a very logical.
Like,
I'm asking the question. Like
what's your saying?
Not knowing anything. No, it makes perfect sense because I'm trying to make sense of what the fuck
trying to find out the story before the game comes out.
No, I'm trying to have a conversation about why the fuck does that exist? Why? I don't know.
Robots took over the world,
but merged with and they don't seem merged because it doesn't seem.
No, they seem like they are completely.
They've replaced nature pretty much, except for humans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any, like, real deer running around. Where are the real deer? Did they eat the deer and become the deer wearing armor? I don't know.
Well, you'll find out when you play the game. You'll find the story and the lore. Isn't it the point of playing the game? If you already know, then there's no point in playing the game.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't lie though. The movement of this game looks so dope. Like, oh yo, she moves. Like
This single-handedly, as of right now, is the best new IP out. Well, coming out.
that goes with being said. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yet again, like to me, I can't really go on single. I just can't do single player IPs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, cool, you'll play this game. It'll probably be dope as shit, and then
you're done with it.
After 12 hours, you're done with it, and it's back in GameStop for $29.99.
If the story is compelling.
Yeah, and is there gonna be something to make you replay it, or is it gonna be like something like Far Cry or something where it's very sandboxy?
That's exactly what it's gonna be like.
And
you get monsters, you kill them. It's like Monster Hunter. Then you take their parts and you make weapons and stuff.
But do you see the thing about Monster Hunter? Is Monster Hunter can afford to be like that. You wanna know why?
Because it's multiplayer.
Yes, exactly. It gives you a reason to do it, a reason to challenge, and it gets harder. And you know what I mean? And it's more fun to do with other people because you're getting beat down, mash it with other people. Like, you know,
it's like, put it this way: what it looks like a cross between like Tomb Raider and Far Cry, which would be the perfect mix. Because whoever will sit there and buy Tomb Raider and say they won't buy this is fucking lying.
I don't know. I gotta wait till closer to release to figure out what the fuck that is. Because again, like we all hype for new IP.
The whole time I was looking at those robots, though, I was singing a Jurassic Park song in my head.
Son, matter of fact, yo, and for the in terms of like the graphics, bro,
what are those?
that one T-Rex looking thing, right, has 50,000 polygons. They was talking about by itself.
I made the game like nobody's taking away from that. Like it looks good.
No, you can't question it.
It's like this. Game. All right, it's like Bloodborne. You guys those same questions about Bloodborne before the game came out. Like those are just questions you can't ask until you play the game.
I mean, I wasn't like.
Is that a mace?
Like I see,
it is a mace.
Yeah, like he's in like some Victorian era town, and all this dead shit's coming alive to kill him. Like this.
But why is it happening?
This makes sense to me.
Why is it happening?
Because in the context of the story,
where the monsters come from?
Where did they come from? Why did this town get here? I don't know.
I'm just saying. Like,
I don't know.
You can't have those questions until you play the game.
You can have questions about anything. You can question anything. I tell my son every day, be skeptical. That's the best way to be. Don't just take shit on face value. Be skeptical about everything. It's okay to have questions about shit.
Ooh,
there you go. Oh no, 24. All right, so it's like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Oh, so yeah, 2 weeks after Fallout.
I ain't playing it then.
Well, you not playing?
That if Fallout's gonna be out.
That's what I told you. Fallout.
I'm gonna keep it straight dirty stink with y'all. When Fallout come out, I ain't even playing Halo. Like
a lot of people aren't gonna.
I ain't even playing Halo. It is what it is.
Back car, you like
it is what it is.
What? If whether you play Halo or not, what does that mean?
This game looks whack.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why they killed Zelda like that. Some games, that's what I'm saying. Some games just don't need.
They got one Zelda that look like Zelda, and they got one that look like Marth.
Some games just don't need multiplayer.
Yeah.
Again, if it's a compelling universe and a story and there's atmosphere to it, like I don't need to play Grand Theft Auto online. I can play the single player all day, every day.
See, like we know this single player game is gonna be off the hook.
Yeah, but you're gonna run through it, and that's gonna be it.
Well, it's got a multiplayer. Well, they've shown multiplayer right now.
Yeah,
I think.
This looks dope. Woo! My gosh. This is gonna be fun. See, Uncharted could do it for you, man.
Well, they shot a rocket at him.
I don't care what nobody say though. The Uncharted characters have to be trained by Spec Ops, yo, because
they mad nice for no reason.
Like,
first of all, the body count is Spec Op level.
Nah,
yeah, it is.
Every one of them should have life in prison, son, because they all killed countless dudes.
See, war crimes, yo. What are you talking about? And they stealing shit all the time.
Especially Nathan Drake, like he's the most versatile, lucky guy that ever.
Yo, you think how does Sully move? And he's like 60, 80 years old or some shit.
First of all, Sully moves better than Nathan. Like. That's a problem.
Yeah, how do you put this much bodies on the ground and like the CIA don't get it? Like, yo, where all these bodies come from? Like, even if it's not like a threat to the United States, we just want to know what's going on with all these bodies. Like, why are they on the ground? This one guy came through and he just killed everybody. The one guy? Can we hire him?
Yeah,
They probably would.
At first,
they wouldn't even arrest him in real
I used
life.
to really feel like Lara Croft. Oh, this is just gay.
Come on, son.
That was just whack.
So that
I'm sorry. That
the
whole
superpowers.
the whole superpower stuff.
So they unleash the totem.
It's not even superpowers. You don't see what he's doing?
It's like kill.
They're launching artifacts.
Yeah, but still, that's just stupid. Stop. Uncharted
Kill streaks.
was an overall realistic kind of game. Now that's very Tomb Raider that they're breaking into right there.
That really was. Well, Tomb Raider don't even have that. So,
But every Uncharted game has some kind of supernatural twist.
yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's why now they're using artifacts. They never used the artifacts in the game.
What happened in 2? Please.
2, dude was eating that berry from that tree, and all those blue people came to fuck him up. They had all kinds of super strength and all that.
All right.
You remember that?
3?
I never played 3.
I played 3. I don't remember anything supernatural.
I think 3 wasn't they? It was something about the whole. It was like a whole straight story game. It wasn't really.
Yeah, it had nothing supernatural going on.
Well,
But now you're actually able to use the supernatural.
One had Aztec zombies. 2 had tree sap blue people that were mad strong.
Yeah, so basically what they're doing is just letting you use the artifacts that he stole for all the games, probably.
Speaking of this, I cannot wait for Battlefront. Woo! Battlefront was awesome. And
Let's just hope it has content.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my son to see the new movie when it comes out. I think it comes out Christmas, something like that.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm probably gonna get the game.
Yeah, no, Battlefront was... Did you play the beta?
Yeah.
Battlefront was so dope to me. Like, I just didn't... I couldn't find anything wrong with it. Like, and it looked outstanding. Like,
Nah, it definitely did. We was playing Battlefront the last podcast.
it was like they delivered everything they said they would do. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that you rarely see. Like, you know, I'm not a big fan of the people who create Battlefield. Sometimes, like, I feel like yeah. But this is a whole new realm of just dope.
You know what it is about EA that nobody likes? They greedy, and they go back on promises. Like, and then some franchises, you know, they ruin them. If it ain't Madden, if it ain't FIFA, they don't care.
I mean, I'd be more mad at them about them ruining franchises than them being a greedy corporation because after all, you know, their loyalty is to shareholders, not to you.
Yeah, not to you, exactly. But I can't even say, me personally, I don't care if they're greedy. Because they're only greedy because everybody else feeds into their greed.
Like, anybody who was ever a fan of NBA Live should be upset right now. Because that series is never coming back.
That a series that they ruined. They ruined NBA Live, man. Like, they seriously ruined it. Another series that they ruined, what was it? Madden for a long time was bad.
I mean,
but
to me,
because there's no other football game in the market,
and I love that PS4 Darth Vader.
It sells.
That Darth Vader PS4.
You do?
I say it looks whack.
I like it. I like the
It just has the face on. Like, if it made it look like something that was in Darth Vader's office, I don't know. They need the Sony step your custom editions. Like the last dope one they had was the 20th anniversary PlayStation 1. After that, they all fucking sucked.
You know which one I like though? That it didn't come out here though. The one with that Dragon Quest Heroes game.
Yeah.
It was completely silver and it came with that metal slime.
Yeah,
that sat on the PlayStation. That shit was great. But why does only Japan get shit like that?
The Dragon Quest is big in Japan. And again, you know.
Oh, and Tekken 7 got announced too, by the way. I forgot all about that game.
No one cares.
Nah, there's some hardcore Tekken fans out there,
And
bro.
the universe moves on.
Hardcore Tekken fans, and it's PlayStation VR compatible too, which to me is weird.
So this guy looks like a goddamn lizard. What the hell's wrong with him? Son, what's up with that?
Girl.
Alright. Another game that people love to play. Titties coming to a system near you.
Yeah, titties on VR.
Just wait till VR.
Japan is gonna go crazy.
Wait. Wait, Tekken is gonna be for VR?
Yeah, Tekken 7 is VR compatible. PlayStation VR. I just said that. It's weird. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Is it first person or is it just like
it's probably gonna be a black screen. Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be.
And all the cutscenes are gonna be like VR'd up.
Probably. Like the story mode?
Yeah. I mean, again, I love Tekken, but I've been out of the Tekken game for a very long time.
Last one was probably Tekken Tag, right?
Tekken Tag 2, I think. Whichever the last one to come out on PlayStation 3.
Oh, you bought one on PS3?
Yeah, this was in the beginning when there were no games on that system.
Okay.
And I was
never a big Tekken fan.
Snapping up everything Sony put out because there was nothing to play.
Virtual Fighter was my thing. I never really liked Tekken.
I think that was like one of the first online games too. Like that was a big deal. Like we played. It felt like a retro, like 1991 Prodigy online games. It's horrible. How far we've come.
Not really, if they're still making. They just keep rehashing stuff. That's why I'm more into new IPs, yo.
Depends.
Nah, you need to take risks because you never know what kind of IP is going to be a hit.
Again, I'm always been like I'm all about the new hardware. Like the faster we can push out new hardware, the better for me.
Nah, that shit, it just hurts your pocket. They can push new hardware every year, so you're paying $400-$500 for a console every year.
I got a question, guys. Why is Microsoft not trying to do anything VR?
Because they lame.
They have
Wait, no, I got it. Because,
all the prowess.
I got it. Because Phil Spencer, quote, said, I hope VR is not the future, quote.
Why does he hope VR is not the future?
Because they don't have anything in the works. My thoughts.
I mean, why would he say that if like they had a partnership with Oculus? Like,
because they don't. All right, they don't have a real partnership with Oculus. Their Oculus is not coming to Xbox One to their gaming division
that you know of.
That is true that we know of yet. But as of now, like I feel like
that was an eyebrow raise when they decided to include an Xbox controller in the Oculus.
That was just because for PC play.
You can use any controller for PC play.
That is very true.
Why?
It's got to work with.
Why
Oculus.
do that? Again, it's PC. Everything works as long as it's USB. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean that is an eyebrow raiser, but that's something they need to get into fast.
They want their
again. If you really think that they're not paying attention to VR, like you're fooling yourself. Like VR would be a threat to them. They would need to want to be able to compete on some level. And if it's not something that they don't have in development themselves, in typical Microsoft fashion, it makes sense for them to partnership. And again, the thing hasn't been out on PC. You don't know what kind of breathing room they're giving Oculus to do their thing. You don't know because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors at these companies. So on that note, I just wait and see what happens. If they do something with it, because HoloLens is not in a condition to be pushed out to consumer level at this point in time. That's why it's in dev mode right now.
Well, I don't care for HoloLens. What the fuck is that?
Again, like I said, you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right?
Sure.
We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait till Vive comes out. We gotta wait till Oculus hits retail stores. We gotta wait until PSVR comes out.
And when are we gonna
see what the damage is?
When are we gonna get what's it called? Slim models of our next gen.
I don't think we are.
Of next, I mean, Sony doesn't have to do it.
Nope.
Microsoft definitely has to do it. Like, I need to be able to put both inside a suitcase and travel. Like, I can't do that comfortably with an Xbox.
Your Xbox shouldn't need its own carrying bag.
No, the power brick needs its own carrying bag.
Like,
I need an extra fanny pack for the power brick.
You gotta pay like $35.
I don't like fanny packs. I don't like them shits. Again, like yo, traveling my PlayStation is dope. Like, all I do is put it in the bag.
Let's just hope if they do come out with the next console, internal power supply.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the way to go.
Let's learn from your mistakes.
They know how to do it. Surface Book 4 is a nice piece of kit, and the power supply is internal. And that's running on way better hardware than it's in the Xbox. So
yeah, but it's also way more expensive.
Well, it's way more expensive. So I got to pay more to get power supplies inside. I'll pay it.
One thing Xbox learned, though, there's a certain price you just can't come out as.
I mean, again, it all depends on what market you in. You know, what market you're in for. Like, nobody's taking a loss on hardware at this point around. Like, nobody's trying to, at least.
Well, Microsoft's taking a loss now.
Nobody's trying to. That's why these systems are deliberately lower powered than their predecessors. But anyway, we're coming to the end of the podcast. I think we've talked about more than enough. I guess we have Call of Duty coming up. I don't know if anybody's getting that. I'm sitting this one out this year. I'm not getting Call of Duty this year.
It depends.
Yeah.
It's like 50-50 for me. It's like I don't really want it. Mm-hmm. But then I kind of want to be with my friends when they play it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a wait and see, because Call of Duty's been falling every year.
Advanced Warfare, like if I'm going off of Advanced Warfare, I played it for a little while. I played multiplayer. I played single player. I finished it, and it wasn't worth my $60. So
I hated it.
If the price goes down over the course of Christmas vacation,
well, I mean, Black Ops is definitely a way better look than anything. Yeah, that stopped all of us.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a big snake, bitch. Unless he bits. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Call of Duty, I'm sitting that out. Fallout 4, definitely gonna get it. Definitely gonna play.
And Battlefront, and that's all just this month.
Yeah, November's gonna be a busy month because of Black Friday and the run up to Christmas, and then PlayStation Experience ended at the beginning of December.
December 5th and 6th.
Yep.
Which is a good day, Saturday and Sunday. So nobody should be missing that event.
Yep. All right, this has been episode 16 of the 00Lounge podcast. Aaron Christopher, what's your Twitter and Instagrams?
All right, the Ninja One guys.
Angelo.
Prophet NYC.
All right, and mine is Zero Bleak at Zero Bleak. And you can also catch us on the DoubleLounge.com website, and also Double Lounge and all the various social media outlets. Except Snapchat. We ain't got Snapchat yet.
I got Snapchat.
Alright, Snapchat this dude.
The Ninja 1990.
Alright. Send him filters and faces and all kinds of crazy shit.
I'll send him back.
Alright, this has been episode 16, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.
So you know what would make a